Hey everybody, it's Miss Shaw, and you're like, why is this tipping up so much? I have my computer on a TV tray right now. In my house, I have a chef's table, so it comes up a little higher. But my mom's, I either have to put it on one of the sides, and I haven't cleaned it up yet. So I thought TV tray is good. Don't worry, I'll show you how to do how everything's going to get done. But this came from one of my subscribers called Isabella Styles, and she asked how to make a Jello salad. Thing of it is there are many Jello types of Jello salads. My grandmother made something called sunshine salad, which really is orange Jello and carrots. You make the Jello the normal way, and you add the carrots into like a thin glass pan. Okay. We also had something called green mold. I don't know exactly how she made it, but I did not eat it. It was, I think, lime jello, maybe some Cool Whip, cottage cheese, marshmallows, pecan. I don't know how she made it. Another type of one I know is usually you take jello, which I don't know if she did cherry or strawberry, and then she gets fruit cocktail. She drains the fruit cocktail out, rinses it, makes the jello, and then puts the fruit in it. Okay, and then whipped cream. This one I'm making because it's similar to what she used to make. It was called Light and Lively Pie, but this is called Strawberry Whip. To get prepared, which now I'll bring it down, almost. You take 6 ounces of Jello. So if you get a large one, this is 6 ounces. If you have the smaller types, then you just use 2 of these. These are both tops that I have. They're store brand. They work just as well. You take 1 Cool Whip. I have store brand, but you can buy name brand. And a few weeks ago, in another video, I kind of showed you how to save money a little bit by, maybe picking your own fruit. Well, I got my fruit. This takes 1 cup of frozen strawberries, okay? So these are fresh picked strawberries that I did a few weeks ago. And first picking means that they do usually 2 pickings of strawberries, and the first ones is where they have had the most sun and stuff. Second pickings, you can go, but they're not as sweet. Usually first pickings are very sweet. If you do not have a strawberry patch near you, you can go to the grocery store and get frozen strawberries. You can also, if you want to, you can also use fresh strawberries. So say you did go picking one day and you got some strawberries, you can use them right then and there. These are frozen because they were in my freezer. Okay? You will need hot water, so we're going to do the tea kettle right now. I'm going to turn it on and stuff, and we're going to wait for it to start boiling because we're going to follow the directions on how to make Jello from here, which is 2 cups of boiling water and 2 cups of cold water. Now, cold water is just getting it out of the faucet, okay? So, right now, sorry I'm itching my nose. I have everything set up for this whip. I will tell you right now there is going to be a pause. The pause is going to be after I have made the Jello and I've stirred it all up. I have to put it in the refrigerator for 45 minutes to an hour so it starts setting, okay? So for right now, you're going to see me actually do it. Almost. Oh, it's not quite done yet. So if you want to get prepared, you will need a large bowl. You can do a ceramic. I have metal. And you will definitely need to have a glass measuring cup, okay? And why the reason it has to be glass is because of the boiling water, okay? If your frozen, make sure you have your frozen strawberries or your cup of fresh that was cut. Now make sure, I'm going to tell you right now, do not have it where it's in sugar or any syrup. It has to be fresh. It has to be nothing done to it. It could be frozen, okay? And if you went and got your Cool Whip and it's frozen, stick it in the refrigerator. We will be using this later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause until that water starts boiling, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, okay? Okay, you probably won't be seeing my lovely head. I'll try to tip that up so you can see me and that. Okay, so this is boiling right now. It's not whistling. You can wait until it whistles, but I can hear it boiling. Oh, and one thing I will say is make sure you either have a spoon or a wire whisk. A wire whisk is a lot better, but I don't have one right now. At my house I have one, but my mom, I don't see her having one. But that's okay. Use a spoon. I'm using wooden, but you can use the cheap plastic spoons, or if you have a metal spoon to use, fine. Okay. So, this is boiling. This is a 2-cupper. I'm going to pour 2 cups of the boiling water in there. Okay. That's a little less. You can also use this one for tea. If you are a tea drinker and you like tea, you can also use the water for some tea. You can make yourself some tea or some hot cocoa. Instant hot cocoa. Okay. So I'm taking the jello, the 6 ounce. I'm using the bigger container. You can use 2 smaller containers if you have them. That's fine. And I use the same type of jello that I'm going to use with the fruit, okay? Now, I did say my grandmother made something called a light and lively pie. Very similar to that. I remember seeing her actually make it. I'll have to do that sometime. She used fruit. I think she had used canned fruit instead of fresh fruit. But she did the same thing of, she just rinsed the fruit off, okay? Because you can't have it with the syrup. If you have a child who can help, like sometimes some kids want to help too, they can help with the stirring, and they can also help with getting the cold water from the tap. Okay, so make sure you get this really good, okay? I'm going to get tap water. It's not going to take me too long. Now we're going to pour the cold water into the gelatin. So it's similar to making jello, okay? Just we're going to add some stuff to it a little bit later. Okay, so we stir it up. Okay. Now, you're going to leave your frozen strawberries out. So don't worry about going like, they're going to defrost. Leave them out. It's fine. If you have a wire whisk, that is a lot easier because then you can really get some air into it to make it fluffy for the next thing. Now, I got my recipe off the internet, and then I also did some other research on it and stuff. This one was a little bit confusing because it says 2 and then it says 6 ounce packages, and I'm going, huh? So then I looked at others. It's like, no, it's just a 6 ounce. You need 6 ounces of jello. So more or less, you're just going to make your jello normally, how it says on the package. You're going to stick it in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, so this is all done. Okay. They said if you have a wire whisk, that's better because you can whisk it up, get some air into this. start the fluffy process, I call it. Okay. So now this has to set some. Ding, 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 ding. Dinner time. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to pause this and I will be back once this comes back out of the refrigerator and we start the other process, okay? Okay, so for me, 45 minutes has passed. I brought it back in. Now it is going to still be wiggly jiggly and still in liquid form, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Cool Whip. I'm just trying to find a nice spatula. Okay, sorry I go back and forth. We're just going to put it all right in. Okay. Now you're saying, why don't you just do that right away? Well, you want it to thicken up some. Okay. And to do that, you gotta let it rest and it needs to get put into a refrigerator. So, that's all in. The next step is your frozen strawberries. They are starting to thaw out. Just stick them all in. Stuff. Now, this is where the wire whisk comes in, but as I said, I don't have one here. I have one at my house, but I'm not at my house. So next, we're going to stir or fold the whipped cream in. Okay? That's why wire whisk helps. Okay? So you want it so that all of the, so it is going to look like it's liquid. Warn you ahead of time. It's going to look lumpy. But a wire whisk will definitely help with getting it. Like this little thing. But in a lot bigger format. See this little one? Do I see one? Okay. Well, like I have to do, so you just fold it in. Now the strawberries are going to be more or less down to the bottom, okay? Now this takes a couple of hours, okay? Really stir it, whip it. If you have beaters, perfect. That would be perfect for doing this. I'm not going to dirty up any beaters. Okay. This looks good enough. Okay. So this looks lumpy, I will tell you right now. That's why you might have beaters. You could also put the Cool Whip in first and beat it up. Then add the strawberries. I just add everything together. Okay? So I'm going to try to show you how this is going to look. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay, I'm going to stick now this in the refrigerator for about 4 hours to make sure it's all, to make sure it gets firmed up, to finish firming it up. And then we will have our meal, which my mom and I will be enjoying. Okay? So take care, everybody. Be safe, be healthy, be wise. Enjoy. Over here, it's starting to get a little bit cooler, but it is still nice to go outside and stuff. So take care. And Isabella, I hope this helps you out. I hope it helps your dad out. And I will be making your other meal. It might be in a couple of weeks. Depends on when I get all of my ingredients, okay? But I thought at least for right now you can kind of help your dad out with this. So take care, everybody. If you have any questions, any suggestions, comments on any of the videos I have done, and I will try my best to do them, and I will try to keep an eye out. Okay? So take care, everybody, and enjoy. Bye for now.